Welcome back. People across not just New York, but also other parts of the country are bracing themselves for what is yet to come, and it comes in the name of a Brooklyn case. Akai Gurley, 28-year-old Gurley, shot and killed by a rookie New York Police Department officer in a dark stairwell of a Brooklyn housing complex. Police officials, they're calling the death an accident and a tragic one, and a grand jury expected to decide whether the officer should in fact face charges. You know, this then comes next, and this is going to be a complicated case again here. We've had debates in the show whether it should go to the AG's office, as Schneiderman's asked, it should stay at the DA level, a special independent prosecutor, but now it comes with the backdrop of what we saw in that same borough. This is going to make it even more difficult, won't it?
Going to make it difficult. However, the district attorney in Kings County has made it very, very clear since before his election that he's going to be viewing police tactics differently than his predecessor. So first, before Schneiderman does anything or the governor does anything, let's see what the district attorney
Mr.
does.
Thompson, yep.
That's first. Secondly, one of the things that the grand jury should be looking at is what training, including the tactics, are being taught in the police academy now. Do we have to make changes in the way we're teaching recruits? Do we have to go back to the way things were done some years ago?
I got a dumb question. They said that, hey, going forward, it's going to take months from now, but going forward, we're going to try not to pair two rookie cops that, in that particular case, in that project complex, we're doing a vertical search. Right? Why is it that hard not to pair two rookie cops together? Why shouldn't that just be SOP? I mean, it's obvious to me, and you've forgotten more than I'll ever know.
When I joined the police department in 1973, rookies worked together. Though the dynamic was different, that most of us at that time either came out of the military or came out of the private sector and had some more maturity than people coming off the street and going right into a police academy. So you have to look at the training and see if training and tactics have to be changed, modified, amended, whatever word you choose. But you have to look at what happened. What were the circumstances? What was he doing? What was his partner doing? To comment further on it, where the possibility that people from the grand jury may be watching the show, I would be uncomfortable with going further.
Fair enough.
Can I ask a question, Jay, though? One of the damning things is he calls the union rep. That's not part of it. First.
Allegedly. We haven't gotten that confirmed yet, but allegedly.
I mean, that's not standard operating procedure. You'd call 911, you'd do something else.
Well, and you also have a radio. Like I said, let's see what's presented to the grand jury by the district attorney of Kings County, and let's see what comes out of it. We've had shootings in the past in Kings County where the grand juries chose not to indict, but came out with reports, and those reports making specific recommendations as to actions that different agencies should do. That's another possibility, that the grand jury actually comes out with a grand jury report.
Hey, Richard, let me just make this quick point about, because I think the professor is correct in her assessment, just about the mayor real quick. We have to look at the wide range of this. And I'm going to break it down in a way that makes it real simple from the way I see it. You got to remember, candidate de Blasio in the primary out-blacked the black guy. Bill Thompson. So Bill Thompson, I guarantee you, if Bill Thompson had been elected mayor, the unions wouldn't be up in arms because they felt that he was someone they could deal with. He was much more moderate. He didn't make the charges during the campaign against the police the way that de Blasio did. So de Blasio, piggybacking on the professor's point, he boxed himself in from day one because he said to the black community, who he needed to turn out in the primary, I will be your champion. And the more and more he said that put him at odds with the police department. And then something happened. He went from third, where it was expected he wasn't going to do well, and he actually won. And so the guy won. And then he had to govern.
Dominic, is that a real word, outblocked?
We just made it up.
I
Mr.
never
County
heard-
Executive, we just made it up. He outblacked Bill. No, he really did.
Yeah.
That's what it came down to.
You're right. No
Dominic
question.
adding words here to the dictionary.
You're
Real
correct.
quick here.
No, I mean, I agree, and I think the.
You're gonna make up another word
use
yourself?
that in the classroom? In the
I'm
classroom?
going to use that one,
With your
and I'll
students?
attribute it to you. That might be the word
Sure
of
she will.
next
Yeah,
year.
Remember when I made up, Dom, that word? Yeah. All right. We come back from the break here. Listen, if you went around the dial, you wouldn't believe some of the coverage that was happening on Saturday. We'll talk about that and the media's role in all this as well when we come back. Stay with us.